I've been having these weird thoughts lately. Like, is any of this for real? Or not?
This was the start of our journey. We all know that this is the opening line, the opening quote to Kingdom Hearts 1, said by our main protagonist, Sora. This line, as you may know, was also said by Yozora in the Kingdom Hearts 3 Bad and Good Endings for the secret episode. Though all the way back in 2002, when the Kingdom Hearts 1 Ultimania released, which features exclusive interviews from series director Tetsuya Nomura, which was unfortunately Japanese exclusive, but thanks to translations, we know of the interesting contents that were in the Ultimania. In the scenario mystery section for the Kingdom Hearts 1 Ultimania, Nomura talks about a secret about the game that only he knew, saying that the words that appear in the opening were actually words that an actual character was going to say in the ending. Please enjoy speculating who was supposed to speak those lines. While I have my doubts that Yozora was actually in concept around then, it is interesting to think that Versus 13 was a game that was only in development only a couple of years later after Kingdom Hearts 1. Though this is a line that is very interesting to look back on it now, given how it held up, given it was nearly 2 decades later. Did you know that Verum Rex was Latin for True King? Verum Rex is the name of the video game that opened up Toy Box in Kingdom Hearts 3. In this stunning action-packed CGI cutscene, there are other characters who are present. These characters' names are not featured in the full product for Kingdom Hearts 3. However, in the premiere demo version of the game that was exclusive to an invite-only group for playtesting prior to the game's release, these characters' names might have been said in a removed cutscene.
These are his super sidekicks, Magia and Aegis!
These other characters' names are seemingly Magia and Aegis, which is Latin for magic and shield. Quite the interesting parallels, huh? Though Aegis, from what I researched, is derived from the Greek noun Aegis, which means goatskin. These seem to be Yozora's companions based off of this CGI trailer for Verum Rex. However, these characters are nowhere to be seen in any cutscenes featuring Yozora afterwards. Their weapons, however, do look slightly similar to Yozora's, but each seeming to have their own specialized purpose. Given the assumed names of these characters, one of them specializes in magic, while the other specializes in defense, as they showcase a lot of in this short trailer. There is also a girl in this trailer Yozora is maybe attempting to save or reach. This girl is theorized to be the mystery star girl Sora talked to in the final world during the end segment of Kingdom Hearts 3. It was confirmed in the secret episode of Kingdom Hearts 3 that this girl had said Yozora's name. Lots of people compare Yozora to Versus 13 Noctis, which, I mean, I understand why, so maybe it's fair to compare this girl to Stella Nox, who was the original Luna from Final Fantasy 15, though still a completely different character. Stella Nox in Latin would mean Night Star. Night, Yozora, Star, Stella Nox. This likely isn't this girl's name, but this was a driving factor in the theory behind that girl saying the name Yozora in the past, which I made a video about at the time. Her name has yet to be revealed, but unlike Noctis, the name Stella was never used, so it's possible the name Stella is the name of this girl, but there's many other possibilities. If you go to the 3rd floor of the Toy Box world and go to the game store, you will see Verum Rex with Yozora on the poster among many other different games. What you might not know though is that this video game actually has a back cover to it, and if you zoom in enough, you can just barely make out the words, which can help you understand the premise of this game. What the back cover reads is, "That's the story of the King of Truth. Reclaim your heart. After a long fight, weapons have brought great benefits for humanity, but the karma that sleeps in humans will accelerate further. In the light of the warhead in the night sky, they chose to fight while feeling the pain of their hearts." On the photos below, which have similar backgrounds to the Verum Rex minigame, you can see words on the pictures such as "a journey without a place to return." The world is to all humans to turn a page. And what is a little hard to make out for me, but I believe says, "What is eternal bond?" Additionally, for 2 seconds while Sora is being blasted into the screen by young Xehanort, the start up screen changes to a stage select screen. On top of this, when you enter the minigame Verum Rex Beat of Lead and jump up high or get to the angle where you can look beyond the arena, you can actually see a city with a bridge connecting to what might be another city. Could these be the locations Sora and Riku are in the secret movie to Kingdom Hearts 3? Continuing with the Versus 13 talk from earlier, the scene from the secret episode's good and bad endings that had Yozora waking up in a car ride are almost shot for shot replicating previous scenes from decade-old Final Fantasy Versus 13 trailers. I can't show too much because these trailers are still to this day heavily protected by Square Enix, but you can easily watch the footage back yourselves and compare along with viewing these screenshots. This holds significance because this was a product a lot of fans from the 2000s were looking forward to. Versus 13 was in development all the way back in 2006. Unfortunately, the Versus 13 project was cancelled, but it seems like the series director for Kingdom Hearts, who was also behind Versus 13, and Tetsuya Nomura, is bringing some of these ideas to light, giving old fans hope that even though that project was scrapped, that some of it might be able to shine through in Kingdom Hearts. Despite this, however, Nomura is telling us that this is not Versus 13, despite these similarities, which I believe him on, kind of. I don't think this is Versus 13, but I do think inspiration and ideas were incorporated from it into Verum Rex and Yozora, though Versus 13 was never a completed project, and from what developers would tell you, it barely even got underway or made any major strides in development. But what makes this project unique from that one, and how those ideas have evolved with time, is something I think is worth sticking around for. If this is really Versus 13 through and through, then Yozora and Verum Rex wouldn't be such a mystery to us at the moment. Though, we'll just wait and see how that holds up. Yozora looks a lot like Riku. Even Sora acknowledges this in his social media post. Sora saying how he wishes he could play the game. Poor Sora, little did he know. Moving on to some things from the secret episode and ending, Yozora implies that this isn't his real name, with the line like, "How do you recognize me as Yozora?" also saying this isn't what he really looks like, which is even more bizarre. Yozora is the name the girl in the final world gave to us, but she also said that he has been changed beyond recognition, so Yozora could just be a name he goes by under this new identity of his. He also says he was told to save Sora. The possible double meaning within those statements are very interesting to say the least. The driver in this car is heavily speculated to be Luxord, a member of both the original and real Organization 13. Though he seems to be a chess piece on a much bigger board. He mysteriously gave Sora a wild card during his defeat, saying you earned it, and that it could turn the tables. Could this be connected to him potentially being the driver in this infamous car cutscene? Though, why do people believe this is Luxord anyways? Well, aside from the minimal lines, many believe the voice actor for the driver is the same as the one for Luxord, on top of the small hair similarities. Plus, the voice actor for Luxord kinda hinted it on Twitter, though it isn't confirmed until it's confirmed. Have you ever taken a deeper look at Yozora's outfit? I know it's pretty similar to Riku's, kinda, but look closer. Do you see any strange symbols on his clothing? Well, these symbols are pretty frightening for our main protagonist. You can see two keyblades crossed under his skull with a crown. Yeah, is this what you meant by saving Sora? If you somehow manage to get out of bounds in Shibuya like some people have, you'll notice there's quite a lot of posters, ads, and just everything in the city, some of which has been data mined for your viewing pleasure, and some pretty crazy stuff in these posters have been found. On top of some references to Versus 13 and Final Fantasy 13 and some new stuff, apparently in this world, Destiny Island is a vacation place? Now, this world isn't meant to be fully explorable yet. Though, why did they do this in the first place then? There's so many things here from posters, ads, that you would not get a chance to see during the Yozora fight. Some of this stuff is far out of bounds as well. Destiny Islands existing in this world could give us some hints towards a couple of things about this world taking place in a distant future, past, or another timeline. Additionally, there is some text here that I cannot make out. I apologize. I couldn't find a higher quality image of this. The world of Shibuya / Verum Rex is a world that will continue to hold many mysteries for us. Yozora likely being a major character in the next phase of Kingdom Hearts, all eyes are on him, and there's still plenty of things we would love to learn about him and where he came from. All the major things we currently are aware of about Yozora and Verum Rex, from research to the most obvious things, should be here. Though it is possible I might have missed things. If there's any facts about Yozora and Verum Rex that I somehow missed or haven't acknowledged, please type them down in the comment section down below, for the people who want to know as much information about these two things as possible. The next time we get a substantial amount of new information about him, another video like this will be made. That will be all for today though. Thank you guys for all of your continued support. If you wish to have more videos about things like this, like maybe one regarding the Foretellers or the Master of Masters, then please let me know in the comment section down below. Other ways to let me know is by leaving a like, sharing the video with a friend or a family member, and last but not least, if you have not already and want to become a part of the union, all you have to do is hit that red little subscribe button down below. My name is Prodigy, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.
I've been having these weird thoughts lately. Like, is any of this for real or not?